Oh man, you might be in trouble.
We're live. Boom.
Live
Welcome to
worldwide.
Fightheads MMA. It's me, Miss Nikki. I'm back. Look who I got with me today. The man. He is the man. He sets it off a bare knuckle fighting championship for us every single time, every fight. That's the voice you hear that gets you ready for that fight. This man, Jeff Houston. Welcome back, young man. How are you?
I love it when you say young man. Oh, that always makes me feel so good, even though that isn't the truth, but it's still much appreciated. What's up, Miss
Hey,
Nikki?
you precious, baby. You precious. You look good to me. You young. What's going on, baby? You on your way to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 8 in Tampa, Florida right now. You're on the move right now, huh?
I am. I'm kicking it right here at the United Club, waiting to board my flight over to Tampa. And we got the weigh-ins tomorrow at Dave and Buster's, which is going to be live on Fight TV and also the Bare Knuckle YouTube channel. And then, as you know, Miss Nikki, we go live worldwide on Saturday. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 8 all across the world is going to be one of our sickest fight cards ever.
Oh my goodness. I'm excited. Bigfoot, Mr. Gonzaga, Jim
Hmm.
Allers, Julian Lane. Oh my God, the card is just off the chain. Sheena Puma
Hmm.
Star. Lord, we
Hmm.
cannot ask for nothing more but warriors coming to go to war. What are you?
That's right.
What's your mind frame? What you thinking about this card?
I think it's one of the most stacked cards that we've had. I think that the addition of two MMA legends getting ready to throw down in the heavyweight division, Antonio Bigfoot Silva, Gabriel Gonzaga, right there. The whole fight world's talking about that fight as they should be. And I just think it's going to be incredible. We got a fight of the year, fight of the night candidate with Jim Allers and Julian Lane. And these guys are just, nothing is going to be held back on that fight. They are going out there for blood. And I'm going to tell you, between you and me, Miss Nikki, I think they're going to get it.
I think so too. I think so too. Oh my goodness, we have so many newbies coming onto the card this time too. All these new
We
guys,
do.
girls. I'm excited for everybody. Like, who is most interesting to you as the newbies coming in?
The one that's really got my attention is definitely going to be Reggie Pena.
Okay.
Reggie Pena is coming on with a lot of MMA experience. He's got a MMA record of 14-6, and he's going to be going after Lorenzo Hunt, who has been, as you know, he won he was over at the bare knuckle tryouts that we hosted last time that we were in Tampa, and
Okay.
he ended up becoming a finalist. So he got the opportunity to fight on this card via the trials. And, there's been a lot of smack talk that's been going back and forth. And Reggie was recently on an interview saying in his career, he's not used to a whole lot of smack talking, but he sure likes it. He sure likes it. And I think that there's going to be some fireworks there. I wouldn't be surprised if there were a couple of shoves at the weigh-ins either.
Oh, yeah, you right. Because I just seen Mr. Reggie up on Mr. Feldman's feed talk to the radio people, and he was saying you can't have Twitter fingers and then that was
Hmm.
funny. I thought that was funny. Oh my goodness. So what do you think about some of the upcoming female fights on this card?
Well, Delaney Owen is going up against our undefeated bare knuckle fighter and also bare knuckle cut woman,
Wow.
Sheena Puma Star. And Sheena is all about being controversial. We all remember her wonderful shirt from her last fight. It made world news, and I'm like, you gotta have a pair hanging to wear that on live television, and she sure did. So
She absolutely
mad
did.
mad props to Sheena on that. Now, we were supposed to have our semifinal round in the women's featherweight world title tournament, but something unfortunately fell through on that. So that's going to be rescheduled for a later show. But
Okay.
I think Delaney Owen and Puma Star are a good matchup, and I think that Sheena is going to want to really go out there and prove that this bare knuckle route is, this is her road. This is her
Yes.
world.
Everybody has something to prove on Saturday for one reason or another, not just for their
Oh
legacy,
yeah.
but to
Oh yeah.
themselves and to their fans. So this is going to be absolutely hopping and popping.
Oh, Miss Nikki. I want to throw something out there. I don't know if you've known, but we have obviously a seasoned pro boxer on the card, Dat Win from
Yes.
Vero Beach. Now he was originally scheduled to fight Matt Murphy, but
Yeah.
unfortunately Matt Murphy is out with an injury. And there was a last minute scrap to see who was gonna, because we wanted to save that fight. That fight had to be
No.
saved because we had to see Dat win, because he has just been so excited and pumping up his fight on social media more than a lot of the other fighters, in fact. So we actually, they were actually able to scramble and find a more than suitable replacement. And I think the replacement is even better. We are going to see Travis the Animal Thompson versus Dat win, and I think that that's an even better fight.
Y'all heard it here first with Fightheads MMA from the man himself, Mr. Houston. We got a great fight lined up. Sorry that Matt couldn't make it. We're going to be waiting for him to come back. But Travis is even, yes, you're right, an even better opponent. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. He's been waiting to come back too.
I'm going to tell you, out of all the fighters that love bare knuckle and see this as the future of combat sports, Travis is definitely one of the ones that I believe that is up there believing that this was just made for him. I mean, if you recall, I don't know if you remember, but when he was over at the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame and he took the tour, he even said for one of his next fights, if he gets a full camp, he wants to train just like John L. Sullivan trained back in the days, and he wants to train the same way that he did in the same barns over there in Belfast, New York. And I think that would be awesome.
Oh my goodness. Well, if he didn't get to do it this time, then hopefully, well, probably not, because he wasn't expecting to be fighting on this card. So
Exactly. This was last minute.
Yeah, so that's going to be, that matchup is, the fight styles are completely different.
They
And
are.
we're going to see some, oh man, somebody's will is going to have to take over in that fight for real.
Well, the way that I see it is that I think Paulie Malignaggi kind of proved something when he fought, is that a boxer's pace may not necessarily work in the squared circle with bare knuckle. I mean, this isn't a sport where you hit and then you get on your bike and run. As we know, our fearless leader, Mr. David Feldman, certainly doesn't like it when you get on your bike and run.
Yeah, and you can get caught trying to run from somebody. You still can get caught.
You still can get caught, and I think it's worse when you get caught when you're trying to run rather than when you're trying to fight.
Oh my goodness! Tell me, is Mr. Wanderlei and the other gentleman, are they going to be on the card, or is that just going to be pushed forward to another date?
No, what they're doing, Wanderlei Silva has not verified that he is going to be on an upcoming bare knuckle card as of yet. And Fabricio Verdun, who you're speaking of, oh, come on, Fabricio Verdun, having him with bare knuckle.
I couldn't think of his name in that moment. I'm so excited.
Former UFC heavyweight champion, Strikeforce veteran, Pride veteran, and probably, in my opinion, one of the greatest jiu-jitsu practitioners in MMA heavyweight history. There's very, very few people. I mean, he's a four-time Brazilian jiu-jitsu champion, and he's a two-time ADCC world heavyweight champion. So but he's got the hands. Now, with all that jiu-jitsu background, he still has the hands to do something. So that's why I think it's going to be very interesting.
Absolutely. Well,
Miss Nikki, did I lose you? You froze up there.
I'm still here. We still here. We can hear you. It does that sometimes, don't it? Hold on, guys. He's getting it back together. I caught him just in the middle of his movement.
There we go. There we go. No, I left the I left the lounge, so the Wi-Fi turned off, so that's why we got cut off.
Okay. So we just gonna have to wait and see how that pans out. We see Johnny Knight and Artem are going to have a rematch.
Oh my God, World War II.
Yes.
World War II. We get to see that. I mean, the greatest bare knuckle fight in bare knuckle history, and we get to do it all over again. And
that airport Wi-Fi is giving him a little bit of heck right now. You're fading in and out.
To be honest with you, it's just going to be, I don't think either one of them are going to be cautious this time around, because they're not the kind of fighters to be cautious. they're the ones. They knew that they were going to get in there and they were just going to throw down like nobody's business, and I think that's what's going to happen again.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we have Felony Charles Bennett and Johnny Bedford. They're going to meet at 145.
I know that's ridiculous. That is sick. That is sick. But you know something? I mean, the only thing I'm concerned about is that even though that Charles, dude, this guy, I've got nothing but mad respect for as a where he. I'm sorry, Nikki.
That's all right.
But we all know, he took some bad damage to his hands on his last encounter, and I'm just hoping that he's rehabbed his hands and he's conditioned them for bare knuckle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I just think it's important. I think it's important we get his hands conditioned, and he realizes that bare knuckle is a completely different animal, and he was there.
Yes. Yes. Well, I'm gonna try to get up with him, and we're gonna find out and talk. I'm gonna try to talk to him and see and make sure he's getting himself right for this. I was excited when it was on the last card. I'm excited they invited him back. Man, is there anybody that they haven't said that you would like to see maybe cross over to bare knuckle?
There's a lot of ones that I'd like to see cross over to bare knuckle, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen because a lot of people really understand that this really is it's a different animal.
Yes, absolutely. Good Lord. What was your thoughts on Helen Peralta and Christine Ferreira's fight? That was a slobber knocker.
I think honestly it was probably one of the best female fights I've ever seen in my life.
I thought so too. Oh my goodness, this is going to be interesting to see her first title defense of that belt.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes things go by quickly and we miss that moment, but yes, she's in there. She's definitely going to be one of those ones moving forward. I think she's going to be a great look. She's going to be great for the sport, and she came in a willing participant. She was ready. She was excited when she came in, and I'm just happy that the girls are getting a chance like the men are to be able to showcase their skills and show that they are just as tough too. You know what I mean? We ain't got to fight no man, but us being able to get in there with each other is good.
That's right.
Yes, and that 115 division is blowing up very quickly too. So, ooh, man, we're going to have some great fights coming in 2020. I see why Mr. Feldman is so excited. He got them lined up.
Dave just, I'm going to tell you something. He's worked so hard to make this happen. And, he's all about bringing the best top quality fight.
Yes. Yes. He always tries
to from us using the restroom for a second. I'm sorry about that.
I wasn't going to say that. I wasn't going to say that. I didn't know it happened.
Well, hey.
You are a human being.
I got a flight to catch.
You on the move.
I got a flight to catch. So, I'm a human and I'm on the move. So that's just the way that it is. But no, Dave has been all about bringing high quality fighters. And, he's just so interested in bringing certain names over because he feels that they really might have what it takes to make the crossover into bare knuckle.
Right. Absolutely.
I mean, look at what he's done this far with Antonio Silva and Gabriel Gonzaga. I mean, they're thrilled to be a part of this organization, and I really think we're going to see something special on Saturday. I really do.
I do too, and I'm just so excited. Like I'm ready for it to start right now.
Nikki, you're always ready for it to start right now.
Oh my goodness! So, do you have any places that you plan to eat while you're in Tampa this time? That's on your mind?
Well, it's always sushi. It's all about sushi for me. I mean, I'm a sushi-aholic. I mean, if it's raw fish, I'm going after it somehow. If it's raw fish and dressed up pretty, then I'm definitely going after it. But I got my boy Viet Lee. Viet with
yes, that's a Devs coach. Yes.
Yeah. Viet is all about sushi and all knowing about the hot spots. So I'm going to be trusting his judgment on this trip, and hopefully I can get some sushi over. Oh. Oh, come on! Almost every other picture that he posts on Facebook when he's out hanging out on Clearwater, almost every other picture is him eating sushi.
You ain't lying. And Abdel's fight is going to be a big one too, even though he's got a newbie, Rick Caruso, coming. Everybody's been waiting to see Abdel come back and make his way further up in the rankings. So I'm excited.
I really wanted to see Abby fight Gianni. You know, I was really excited. I was really excited about that fight. But you know, we have to do what we have to do in order to make up for it. And the best thing about bare knuckle is that we try not to scrap the fight if we have a last minute problem. We try to fill that slot as quickly as we possibly can. And, you know, big props to Dave and his team for filling in for Datman's fight, so that he could fight Travis Thompson. And like I said, I think honestly with that filling in, the only thing is that sometimes, you know, you wonder how a fighter is going to be when they don't get a full camp.
Right.
You know, when it's kind of, but Travis has always been the kind of guy who I'll fight anyone, anytime, any place, anywhere. And with that kind of with that kind of mentality, and he's right about that because he has stepped in last minute before. So I think we're going to be in it for a treat. And I think Abby, you know, I don't know too much about Caruso, but I think Abby's going to get the W and walk away again with another victory. I mean, you know, he really wants to go after Johnny Bedford eventually.
Yo, Johnny got a list of people where his name is on their list. Oh my God! And you know, people's eyes was big when they seen that he was going to fight Felony. They thought he was going to get a chance at that title.
That's right. Well, you know, the thing about it is, you know, Johnny has created this great bare knuckle legacy for him. You know, he's now the bare knuckle world lightweight title and the Police Gazette American lightweight champion. But with that being said, you know, the hunter becomes the hunter.
Now he is. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And yo, he's a big dude. He's bigger than I thought he was until I looked at him when he was fighting Reggie. And he's a bigger dude than I thought he really was. And yeah, so he's got some people that's waiting in line to see him. And I think each and every one of them against him is going to be a great fight if they get to see him. Because they want him. He ain't calling them, they calling him.
Well, no, you're absolutely right about that. But another thing that's really interesting about Johnny is that Johnny really kind of personifies what a bare knuckle fighter should be, because Johnny is the kind of guy who always loved pushing the pace. Now, in MMA, sometimes that doesn't necessarily work. Because sometimes pushing the pace is, especially when you're in a position with somebody who might have more of a grappling background, you know, they could be waiting for you and waiting in the wings for you to kind of catch you off guard. So that's why I think it's always better. I think Johnny is at home here because I've constantly told people on interviews time and time again, pushing the pace is what makes a winner in bare knuckle.
If you wait too long, your opponent gets comfortable and they get to do what they want to. So I agree with you on that.
That's right. You don't want, that's the thing. And the last thing that you want your opponent to feel in any way, shape, or form is comfort.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You want to take it to them. You want to go ahead and put them through the meat grinder. And I think that's exactly what we're going to see in our co-main event with Jim Allers and Julian Lane. Julian knows for a fact that Jim is right now the king of pushing the pace in bare knuckle. So you think that Julian's not going to push that pace right back in and say, you know something? Go ahead and go 100 miles per hour. I'm going 102.
Yes, and he's been very quiet going into this fight. I believe he just been focused. He is ready. I believe Jim Allers is ready, but the pressure is on Jim in this fight. The pressure is on him because they've had built it up, and now the pressure's on him. And it might not be pressure to him. He might be enjoying it. So we'll see Saturday how that all pans out. Absolutely.
We will.
I don't never discount nobody at all.
But I think, you know, there's so much going on. I mean, you know, we've got our weigh-ins taking place at Dave & Buster's in Tampa. Right before we go with our prelim bouts on Saturday, we're going to be having a VIP meet and greet with 3 of our bare knuckle acolytes. It's going to be Anthony Rumble Johnson is going to be there as always. And then, of course, we'll have Fabricio Verdum and Wanderlei Silva. That's a good trio. That's a good trio to have as our VIP meet and greets. Nikki, I'd love to talk to you more, but they are calling me for my flight, so I got to get
Go,
going.
baby.
So
Thank you.
I got to get to Tampa. I got to get to Tampa.
Yes, baby. I'll be watching for you, baby. I love you. Be safe and talk to you soon.
Thank you so much, Nikki. Fightheads MMA.
Oh, you don't never know where the love is going to come from. That's my guy, Mr. Jeff Houston, from Bare Knuckle One all the way until now. Me and him, we Twitter fingers and Messenger, and we just talk about the upcoming cards, and mostly we get up here on our lives and we do all our talking there. And y'all heard it from the man, and that's probably not even a quarter of the information that we could have probably got from him today. But after this event, we'll reach out and we'll talk to Jeff again and see if he got any good news moving forward for this upcoming Bare Knuckle card, Bare Knuckle 9 in November, which my guy Reggie Barnett Jr. returns to the square ring. Yeah, Reggie's back, y'all. He ain't leaving. He ain't going nowhere. Where y'all think he going? Nowhere. This is where he was getting to, bare knuckle. So he here now. He here to stay. He's on his road to redemption. Reggie Barnett Jr. is on his road to redemption. Team Barnett returns next month at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 9. But today we got to get ready for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 8. Y'all heard Jeff. This card is going, and the closer to the card it's been getting, the more revved up people have been about this card. Everybody's excited. I believe my fighters are excited. Just looking at some of the other interviews and stuff that they've been doing, they are very excited. They're very focused. Some of them even got a little smoke going into the fight with their opponents. We're gonna have to find out what's going on with Mr. Pena and Mr. Hunt. We're gonna have to find out what was going on with them. I guess Mr. Hunt might have been on social media expressing his self about the upcoming fight and his opponent, and Mr. Pena had not had that kind of energy coming at him before, so he had to readjust himself and be like, "Oh, okay, let's do it." So now there's no love between these two men going into this fight, but it will be plenty of love and respect after the fight. That I do know. No matter what happens with you guys and girls going into fights, 9 times out of 10, and I say that because it's always that 1% that you guys really show each other love and respect after the fight. You have no other choice. Y'all done gotten there and duked it out, and the best man or the best woman won. And everybody, including the winner, goes back to the drawing board and figure out how they can be a little bit better as they move forward. And that's what I look forward to. Like I said, I believe that Abdel has been one of my most improved fighters from the first time I seen him up until now. And Rick Caruso is going to give him a different look. Rick Caruso is one of my fighters from Virginia. And I keep telling you guys, it is imperative if you want to be a part of this, because y'all know that at all times a fight can fall off. An opponent can fade away. Injury, fear, family situation, anything can stop a bout from moving forward sometimes. So wait, so you guys got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Rick is one of the ones that got called up on 2 weeks' notice, and he had to he's getting himself together now. Weigh-ins is tomorrow. Yeah, stay ready so y'all don't have to get ready. This is real life, y'all. This is real. And if you want to be a part of this, all you have to do is show up to the trials when they announce them, and they give everybody the same equal chance and the same equal look. And when you give them all you got when you go to those trials, you end up being one of the ones that get called when something happens to one of the other fighters. Or you're one of the ones that they build into the next card and build you up so you can get in there and fight and look good doing it. So with that being said, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 8 will be going down in 2 days in Tampa, Florida at the Tampa Fairgrounds. So if you're in the local area, get it in. Go get your ticket. It's worth it. It is always worth it. And that place, the Tampa Fairgrounds, excuse me, that place was very, very nice. It's large, it's very large. The food in there is good. The concessions was good. The employees were very nice. Everybody that because I make contact with a lot of people when I go into the events. I don't just act like I'm there. I want to mix it up with everybody. So if I ever have a situation I need help dealing with, then I know who to go see. So, yeah, with that being said, this Saturday, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 8, let's get it. Mr. Bigfoot Silva, Antonio Bigfoot Silva, and Gabriel Gonzaga will be our main event on the top of that card. But the real fight is going to come with Mr. Allers and Mr. Lane. That co-main event. You do not want to miss that. So tune in to Bare Knuckle TV, bareknuckle.tv. I always say bareknuckletv.com. I don't know why I do that. I apologize. But yeah, bareknuckle.tv and Fight TV. And you can go to Bare Knuckle's Facebook page and watch free prelims. They usually have one or two fights. We usually have 2 fights at least that they show free through their Facebook feed. And go check that out, because after that they fade to black and you got to be on the pay-per-view watching. So you want to see, go ahead. You can go to Fight TV right now and order this fight. You do not want to miss it. I know we got a lot of stuff happening in the combat sports world this weekend, but this card, y'all don't want to miss. You do not want to miss this. So go buy that pay-per-view or purchase your tickets and get on down there to Tampa, Florida Fairgrounds so you could be a witness to all the greatness that will be there this coming Saturday. Good luck to all my fighters on this card. Good luck to all my fighters that will be fighting this weekend, whether it's MMA, boxing, whatever you're doing, combat sports. Good luck to everybody. Y'all stay healthy, stay injury-free, love and respect. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Love, peace, and hair grease. Miss Nikki, Fightheads MMA, you guys.